Our dwarf fortress, with its delicate fairy tales, desperate follies, dastardly foes,
The mouse devil.
and damn good fun.
What? No!
Kutam ilunu dees wamid. Welcome one and all to the Beast Blender, the Crimson Ring, the Semolina Arena. The wheat flour? The insinuation being our contestants will grind each other into dust. I swear these get worse every fortnight.
Yup.
I'd like to see you keep to this breakneck pace for 3 years. But anyway, yes. Welcome to BustBlizzards. And boy, do we three have a show for you today. To catch the newcomers up, I convinced 7 dwarves the world was ending, fostering a doomsday cult, accidentally creating a dwarven heaven where much love was had and made. You didn't miss anything.
No.
Those are the naysaying voices of Snodford and Gainsborough, my co-hosts / lodgers, and I am Phlegm Crevice, named for a valley in mid-Wales known for its overabundance of pollen-puffing plants. Phlegm was my grandmother's name, as you well know. Moving to the stars of this show, the little dwarves of the military. Last episode, we took ownership of a beast composed entirely of flame.
And poppadoms.
Stop it. This put something of a log in our spokes as it resides in the airlock from which we were going to foray. It was too liquid to call it a log. Enough poo jokes! So, the one positive is that as we build the new airlock, our military dwarves shall get to train to become even deadlier weapons than they were. Speaking of poo, no, we aren't! Shifting the focus slightly, it would seem the safety of our bunker has been sniffed out by this strange creature.
It's Snod's mum.
Oi! No, it isn't. It's an Elkbird. Snod's mum isn't this attractive. Now, hang on, there is a line. It's been hanging around the fire blob for a few weeks now, so John decided to draw it. The name Moocan, a portmanteau of moo and toucan, has been suggested, and I'd love it if it weren't for the fact I know this thing gets splattered by a beast later. This is how close it is to Gosmer. Hasn't left this general area since we turned the airlock into a latrine, so either it's good friends with the beast, or it's plotting revenge for the murder of the rest of its flock. Heard? Flirred. Another thing that's just been sat in full view is this, a diamond-encrusted obsidian tube next to the pasture. What real OGs would call a loot box. No, don't do that. I am appealing to the kids. With a Z? Well, it's just like my father used to say. You can't break the ice and stand on it too. Oh, that was what caused the pneumonia. Quite. Then, with all that yapping, we've carved slits into the outer wall, thank you blind for that trick, and found naught but water to assail us.
Does that mean the diamonds are going spare?
Bizarrely, yes. Being the final bastion of Dwarfanity means trade goods are, well, bads.
I thought we couldn't use that anymore.
No, that was profanity.
I'm profanity.
No! Thee never once touched a puckered sphincter, thank me. Beast, Sedast, Cam, Cath, Udel, Stephen, Gatazok has come. An enormous two-tailed scorpion that I bred to eat only penguins. Scorpions don't eat penguins. They live in mutually detrimental biomes. They'd never meet. Yes, and that's why it's emaciated.
I don't like it.
No, we know you hate creepy crawlies for some reason.
No, not that. The fact you're on him about his socks. Hashtag leave Stephen alone.
Bloody me, they're both at it. Stop breaking the fourth wall. And Gainsborough, I simply don't have the energy to unpack that nonsense. What I absolutely do have the energy for is the killing of two birds with one stone. Here you can see Gosmer in its airlock prison. And I know we were talking about a temple for it, but how much better would a glorious battle to the death be? I am unlocking the door. Yes, I can see it now. Scorpion flesh sizzling beneath the aromatic spiced flames of Gosmer. Sedast's wicked Tilson's jabbing again and again. Beast venom flowing, fire burning, the whole cavern shaking to the beat of flaming wings on unyielding kiting. Or Gosmer could go for a nap. Damn it, of all the times not to be a rampaging monster. Look, even Moocan is unperturbed. Ah, well, as my father would say, a watched pot is the wrong way to use the toilet. Drunk, was he? Food poisoning? Oh. Oh, for me sake, it happened again! Yes, here is Sedast in the new airlock that we only just finished building. This is the second time now that our dwarves have hyped themselves up for a dark journey into the apocalyptic, or so they've heard, wasteland beyond, only to be thwarted by a forgotten beast. At the very least, this should stop the murmured stirrings I've been hearing from the dwarves. Things like, it doesn't smell like enormous weasel automatons have taken over, and why can I hear swearing and languor noises coming down the well? But two bloody great beasts in your face? Now that's what I call proof. Oh, the crab I made to use as a garbage disposal Flintstone-style beast whose bad has come. Certainly looks like he's oozing pretty bad. Ugh, it means seal in the goblin tongue. The animal, that is. Why? How should I know? I'm not a goblin. And that's quite okay, Dwarf Fortress. We haven't even started to plan a new airlock yet. Oh, and yes, the game still doesn't know the difference between crabs and spiders.
You've got a garbage disposal.
Well, yes, now I do. This was before. You're the only being I know that thinks of genetic manipulation before eBay. Thank you. That weren't a compliment. Oh, poor Oozbad. It got into a fight with some troglodytes, and although it handled itself fine, it couldn't handle its own deadly dust. Blech. Yes, rotting all over the cavern. Let's hope something puts it out of its misery soon. Won't be Sedast. It's far more interested in climbing the walls. But don't worry, we catch him back up. Cup and a piece of paper? Something like that. Oh, and it happened! Oozbad was put down by one of the troglodytes. Bagost Tespbo. Music revered. Did it name itself that? Those strings know about music? No. The game randomly allocates it for killing the beast. So, I guess technically I named it that. Are you sure you're not a goblin? Very funny. Anyway, it doesn't matter as it shan't be using the name for long. Rotten from tip to tail.
I didn't know.
It's just a saying. His friends are climbing the walls trying to get away from him. Oh, who's bad? You were a terrible garbage disposal, but a serviceable futon. Rest well. In all the excitement happening outside the bunker, I failed to show the riveting goings-on within. Here you can see a small pocket of what used to be magnetite in a layer of very clear aquifer. Now, most creators would at this point throw their hands up in the air with complete and total despair. But not I. Not good old Phlegmy sea...
No!
Fine. I have utilised this natural nuisance, as down this hole you can see a new dwarven mist room. I call it Fungus Falls, as the iron statue in the middle is of a weeping fungiwood. Water falls from above, splashes upon the statue, sprays out in a cooling, pleasing mist, and then sloshes into channels built around the floor. The channels direct the water down and out into a lower layer of this cavern level. I set the room as a meeting area, and while yes, that means it shall be most often used by the dog, the dwarves will also find their way in here for a refreshing boost. That might be the most straightforward explanation in this whole video.
Why did you need penguins eating?
Well, they dealt with all the cats. Moving on. Here you can see Attis, and no sooner are we watching than she's already engraving. Just her lover Thicot left after this. Exciting, right? Now, whatever she carves, I want you to remember that she's done already. And off to meditate on beauty, as I'm sure we are soon to do too. Lo sash tu nom, the olive mortal. It says here it's an image of dwarves plural, but it is in fact just many images of one dwarf. Thicot, her olive-skinned hunk. Her words, not mine. Sure. Oh, shut up. The dwarves have been getting a good amount of downtime recently, so these two have been able to spend much more time together. That being because, well, honestly, when the universe sends you a message in the form of 3 hulking monstrosities, you do sort of need to sit up and pay attention. As you can imagine, the dwarves are less than keen to be going on excursions now, and, well, it would kind of spoil the spirit of the whole 7 dwarves locked in a bunker thing if we were to just go gallivanting across the caverns. So, yes, I have stopped them training for now. There are many things I wish to create, many structures that require building, and doing all that with 2 dwarves was frankly driving me potty. To seclusion! Then no sooner do we stop the training than Attis and Thicot tie the knot.
That sounds painful.
What? No, it just means they got married. The saying comes from an ancient ritual where the couple would undergo hand fasting.
I never eat hands.
Well, you know what that means. No. But a pair vested in me by this hilarious situation. I pronounce you troll and god. You may now kiss my arse.
No.
Bloody nonsense. So, yes, hand fasting was simply tying the betrothed's hands together to signify their everlasting bond. Yeah, I struggle with knots.
You don't got fingers.
Oh, mind me, you've both ruined this beautiful occasion. I swear you're as useful as corned beef at a vegan buffet. Oh, look, you made him cry.
And on my wedding day, too.
Oh, shut up. Moving right the snot on. Here we can see the startings of Gosmer's temple. we're thinking of calling it the pot, as in out of the pot and into the fire. Frying pan? Dwarves don't have frying pans, they just roast minced stuff. This is just the surface of the temple. There shall be walls and fortifications around the top layer, and ramps down to a central ritual pit, surrounded by statues to the fire that stings the eyes.
Stung more than that.
There is something oddly pleasing about a good circle in a square pixel world, isn't there? This is going to look fantastic. The tongue I made to eat snails, real snappy beast, Garatho has come. That was awful. What? It's not a bit. That's literally what I made it for. And while it's pummeling Drouther, I think we'll try sending our two-tailed scorpion after it. Yes, now this will be a fight for the ages. Provided, of course, Sedast can spend 5 seconds off the bloody walls. This is much later.
Is it walking on water?
Jesus. Well, I did make it, so it's technically my child? No, and finally it has met Garatho and it's dead. The 3 seconds of footage made it seem one-sided, but if you look at the combat log, you can see, well, quite frankly, not all. A lot of the Forgotten Beast attacked the Forgotten Beast, but the Forgotten Beast jumped away. I've seen more understandable information in the manuals of Chinese DVD players. Phlegm? The kids! No, right. DVD players were boxes of YouTube that would play videos written on tiny, shiny frisbees. Phlegm! Yes. A frisbee is a toy you would play with outside. Ahem? Outside is the place with the grass you haven't touched yet. And off Garatho limps, leaving behind lovely pools of deadly blood. Thankfully, strange use of the word there, thankfully all the cavern critters are already dead. Whatever wasn't burned by Gosmer was envenomed by Sedast, deaded dustily by Oozebad, or now blooded on by Garatho. So that's damage done, really. And as is now customary, we have captured Garatho in an airlock, ready to use it again on the next beast that pops up. No, I'm not just using that as an excuse to not have to make another temple.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah. And with that freshest of nonsenses complete, it pains me to have to admit that this is it for another fortnight. Probably a little shorter than usual, but that goes well with the little longer the last one was. How do we feel about keeping these nuts encased? I don't know what the exact triggers are, but I did expect a raid of some description by now. Fish people with battering rams or something, you know? The lack of that made me very desperate to let the dwarves at the cavern critters, but with all these forgotten beasts, I'm thinking we can probably continue a little longer, with everything within the bunker being peaceful. The next thing will be bunker babies. Hilariously horrifying. But yes, as usual, I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not get a tattoo of Garatho on your clavicle and post a picture of it to your local paper, stating, "This is what I saw crawling out of my toilet." Honest. Look after yourselves and we'll see you again next time. Anusa Shon, you most wonderful of individuals. Anus.
Yes, Sean.
Alright, Flemmer.
You! It's all your fault!
What?
He keeps trying to carry me over thresholds!
Oh, Mr. Crevice!
Oh, hate me!